thinking about sponsoring. It is the lifeblood of Scentsy.
Whoa, hold the phone.
Recruiting? Oh, I'm sorry, sponsoring? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We are diving back in to the 10-day how to build your Scentsy team training. That's such a mouthful.
That's what she said.
If you missed the first 2 days that we reacted to, I will make sure I link them in the description. Like I said in the last video that we reacted to, we are skipping around. There was Heidi and Orville, and there was also another day where Dan Orchard showed up. Now, if you're not familiar with Scentsy, Dan Orchard was the acting CEO when Heidi and Orville were on their mission trip in London for the LDS church. It's a very spirally spiral, if you want to call it that. Anyway, currently, obviously, Heidi and Orville are back from this mission trip, and they are co-chairs, while Dan is still president and CEO. Anyway, they had their leadership event in the UK, and Dan was there. So our UK friends brought him on for this training, and we are going to see what he had to say. Let's fucking go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to, what day are we on? Day four? Four of how to build your team. We've got a surprise guest for you who's going to talk to you right at the very beginning. I'm introducing you to the lovely Dan Orchard. So here, I'm going to pass it straight over to Dan, and he is going to talk to you all things sponsoring.
All things sponsored.
Anything you like. Give
Okay.
us some encouragement.
All right.
Words of wisdom.
So we're in Manchester right now.
Hi.
And I'm here with two of our most incredible leaders here. And they told me that you're doing 10 days in a row?
10 days in a row.
Day 4.
Day 4.
And I get to talk about sponsoring. And I see some incredible leaders in here. Whitney, Katie, you guys are amazing. I see so many of you. Thank you for spending your time and investing in your business.
Does he see so many people, or does he just see Katie and Whitney, who are currently on the screen right now?
So I got to keep it short because I'm about to go speak at our UK leadership meeting in just a moment. But I've been thinking about sponsoring, and this is the most critical area of our business. It is the lifeblood of Scentsy.
Whoa, hold the phone.
Recruiting? Oh, I'm sorry, sponsoring? I feel like they use the word sponsoring to fly under the radar, like they have been for so many years. Sponsoring is the same as recruiting. Recruiting is called sponsoring in Scentsy, just so you know. So he is openly admitting that sponsoring is what keeps Scentsy going. Recruiting, in other words, is what keeps Scentsy alive. I think we're done here. You could just... No, I'm kidding.
When I say lifeblood, if you look up that definition, because I'm a nerd and I probably did at one point, it is necessary to keep Scentsy alive.
I'll look it up for you, Dan. Yeah, a vital or life-giving force. He's correct. It's a pretty self-explanatory word, but I just wanted to fact-check him and make sure.
Just covering all the bases.
That's how important sponsoring is. It's the lifeblood. So if you think about those around you that are the best sponsors, those people that have built their business to make it last, to change the trajectory of their lives, you can see that they have something different about how they do things compared to everyone else. And sponsoring follows that exact same trait. And it is consistency. Consistency over intensity. So I know we're doing this for 10 days. This is day 4. But the more consistent you are, the better results you're going to get for the long run. It's not about doing something really intense or in the face or trying to get huge success in a short period of time. It's about that consistency. It's about not asking people to join randomly, but it's about who should I connect with today. That's my sponsoring tips that I would recommend to all of you.
That was such word salad. It gave nothing at all. What new information or help does that give anybody trying to recruit? The fact that there's a 10-day training on how to recruit openly posted for Scentsy right now, and nothing is happening. Like, hello, FTC, all of the information is here for us. And yes, I have reported it to the FTC multiple times in these videos. Every time I find an income claim or whatever else they're spewing that is against FTC compliance, I report it. So I will go ahead and put that link down in the description below. I know I think on that website, there's also a video on how to do it. These videos have a lot of claims in them, and the FTC needs to see them, in my opinion, at least.
And when you look to those that are really successful, some that have built something very, very special, it is those that spend just a little bit of time building momentum by doing daily tasks that make a difference.
Love that.
There you go.
And words of wisdom from
Yes.
Dan Orchard. I love that. I love that. Hey, that was your extra surprise. Is it over to me?
Yeah, it's over to you.
Are you handing over to me?
That's
We won't be long. Right, hey guys. So I'm going to talk to you today very briefly about attracting your teamies in using your social media. And this is something actually I'm really passionate about. I love social media. I have probably been in Dan's inbox many times talking about social media, and he's like, yes, Lisa. But I absolutely love it. And I think one of the biggest things is making sure you're really using that free platform that we've got. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of those, they are completely free to you. You do not need to pay to use them right now. So we need to be using them and utilizing them as much as you possibly can. And don't get me wrong, social media is not the be all and end all. This, when you're in person, that also is a really big thing in terms of attracting your dream team members in.
Here's the thing though. It's great that we have the interwebs at our fingertips, right? And it has opened a lot of doors in terms of working and things, how to make money. But I don't feel like it's a great argument for why your multi-level marketing business can be successful. And the main reason for that is because with so many consultants in an MLM like Scentsy, the internet is saturated. We just needed one website for Scentsy on the internet. We didn't need one website for every 5 women in America. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I can't find the logic because of the saturation on the internet. There's so many Scentsy consultants posting about Scentsy all the time. So how is that not saturation?
But for me, using your socials is somewhere where you can connect with people. You can show who you are on social media. You don't have to, you're not just a Scentsy consultant. Like we talked about on some of our previous trainings, you've got to be thinking along the lines of, why would somebody buy from me when they could buy from 500 other people in the country? Why would they choose me?
Exactly. It's too saturated for anybody to find success utilizing the internet in Scentsy, in my opinion. I don't see how it makes sense. They could literally just go to the website and not even attach their order to a consultant. So why would they seek out a consultant first?
So you need to work out what's your thing that makes you connect with people. Now, for me, a big thing that connects me with a lot of people where I'm finding people right now is a few of I call them pillars. They're it's like your brand. Your pillars become your brand. So things that people would associate with me would be going to the gym. That is a big part of my personality. My Instagram, one of my handles on there is like life in leggings, because I'm not today, but normally I am in my gym gear every day. I go to the gym most days. I run most days. Fitness is a big part of my life, and it's a big part of who I was before I was a Scentsy consultant. And whenever I've done any training on how to find new team members, I always say to people, well, who were you before you were a Scentsy consultant? Because that's the person that you want to be attracting into your business. You want to attract people that are like you, because those people are going to work like you work. And that is something that I've really noticed when I look at a lot of my team. A lot of the people that I've attracted into my business have always been people that are very similar to me, which I'm looking for. I would like 10 of me, 20 of me. That would be the dream. So think about who you were before Scentsy, and think about trying to make sure that you're sharing those type of things as well as Scentsy. People don't just want to see Scentsy, Scentsy, Scentsy all the time.
Or ever. A lot of times, these Scentsy consultants are spamming their feeds with Scentsy posts and nobody asks for it.
Make it stop.
I want to see how your kids are. I want to see what you're doing this weekend. I want to hear how the movie was you went to. I want to know about the place you ate at dinner last week, because I was going to try it too and wanted to see how good it was. I don't want to see your Scentsy dishes being cleaned out. It was never cool.
They want to see, how do I fit fitness into my life, and how does Scentsy fall into that too? How can I marry the two together? How can I marry the fact that I'm a busy mum of 3 boys? That's pretty hectic in my house. As you can imagine, there's a lot of football and there's a lot of crazy that goes on there. But how can I marry that with my Scentsy life? How can I create Me Too moments.
Wait, what?
I've talked about this before. I'm on trainings, and those Me Too moments are where people say, "Oh, me too. I really will." What's the word? Like relate. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. I really relate to that because I have that in my life too. It's a relatable moment. They're the things that are going to draw people in as they see what you're doing in your day-to-day life, and then you slip Scentsy into there, and that's where the trust comes. They trust you because they relate to you. They're like, I'm like that person. Think about all the people you follow on social media. You probably follow lots of people that like things that like you, and you think all the time as you scroll, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. How many times have you scrolled and thought, oh, that's me? That's me. And that's where you want to be putting yourself out there, looking for those dream team members.
So their whole MO is putting out content that is not at all about Scentsy to hopefully hook the person to Scentsy. Is that what I'm hearing? Like, you want to post content that always circles back to Scentsy, it sounds like. It's never like I'm posting this because I want to share it. It's I'm posting this because it's one of my pillars in my Scentsy business and it's how I relate to my customers. What?
And using that social media to draw new people in, find new customers, and then have those conversations. Because as your relationships build, you naturally will start to have conversations because you're going to have a natural, what's the word? Like a natural connection.
That's not natural.
Thank you. I love training with you too. They're like filling me with all the right words. And you're going to have a natural connection, and then the sale or the join conversation is going to be simplicity. It's going to be so simple because you've got a natural common ground to be able to offer a free sample, to be able to offer the join conversation.
Nobody wanted you to offer them a join conversation.
No one, not one person.
Nobody on social media is scrolling and liking content or commenting content or following you because they wanted to have a join conversation. Nobody wants that DM popping up in their inbox ever. I've never met somebody who was excited about that.
Exactly as I talked about with you guys yesterday. You know, the fitness coach that I was telling you about that was in my inbox? I asked her the question. I said, Crystal, have you ever tried Scentsy? And if not, have you ever considered doing something like this alongside what you do, your coaching business, her fitness coaching? Turns out she used to be an Amway rep.
Oh, God.
Back in the day. And what was the other one? Utility warehouse. And she said to me, I'm not looking to do this right now, but I love the fact that you've asked me that question. And it was a really simple joint conversation that come off of the back of a connection through fitness. That was what drew us both together. It wasn't the fact that I was a Scentsy consultant. Anyway.
Okay, so she said no. Are you going to bug her again in 2 weeks? Or are you going to leave her alone now? Can you just be connected on a fitness level and support each other in that way without anything to do with Scentsy? Or is that person always going to be on your warm Scentsy list? I couldn't live like that. I couldn't live my entire life only interacting with mainly people who I need to sell Scentsy to or recruit to my team. No, that's exhausting. I want to go and enjoy my life.
Okay. Well, that leads. Hello, guys. Hope you are really well. I enjoyed you got me all over here hiding in the corner. Actually, what Lisa's just talked about there leads perfectly into what I was going to say about. So Lisa actually joined because we were both in the fitness world. I was an instructor. She came to one of my classes and vice versa. And that was how we connected. And obviously, you know, we know how that turned out. But it leads nicely into the Scentsy core values, which are simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. And when I speak to team and when we've obviously shared with you guys and some of the feedback that you have given us is that, you know, I've got nothing to share or I'm not interesting. You are interesting to your people. If you walk your dog or if you need to share what is authentically you, and then it becomes natural and it becomes easy because when you are just sharing what you love, then you just slip Scentsy into that. So for example, let's talk about more about sharing how people work the business, because if people are interested in becoming a Scentsy consultant, they don't know that at that time. They don't know what Scentsy is. They don't see you. So it's really important, to see you. If you're dropping off your borrow bag on the school run, share it. If you're, really, we all should be using Scentsy in our day-to-day life. So if you're using the product, changing the pod in your car, share it. If you are changing your wax, share it.
No. Again, we don't want to see you changing your wax ever again.
But also, a lot of us fall into these habits of just sharing from a customer perspective, but you need to share how you fit the business into your life. Like I said a couple of days ago, when I was a waitress, I used to take my bag into the staff room. When I was teaching my classes, I used to put my whiff bag on the side when people came in. I took it everywhere with me, but I also told people about it.
Uh-oh. I've addressed this multiple times, but I like to address it just in case somebody is watching this and they don't know. I don't want somebody to make this mistake. If you bring your multi-level marketing business with the intent to sell or recruit, whether it's a catalog or a borrow bag or samples, whatever it is, if it has to do with your, in this case, Scentsy business, if you bring that into your place of work while you are there to work with intentions to sell or talk about selling Scentsy, you can get fired in a lot of cases. So do not do that. If you are doing any kind of activity that allows you to make an income while you are at your traditional job, in a lot of cases, you can get fired. So just be very, very careful if you're watching this and you are partaking in an MLM when you're taking things to work. Okay, thank you for coming to this video's TED Talk.
That I was taking everywhere with me. If you're on a training like this, share a screenshot and share it, because some people might want to join Scentsy for the community, or if you get recognition, share it, because a lot of people won't get recognition in their job.
Do they get paid?
The reason we gave you that task yesterday to look at your list and think, right, how could Scentsy bless that person's life? It's not always about income. Some people could be looking to build their confidence. They could be looking for community. They could be looking for a whole host of things. But
I'm trying to figure out how to word this because there's many reasons to start a business, right? But it's not a business without making money. So I feel like that's always the top of the list. Like, I want to do this so I can make money. Whether it's I want to make money doing what I love, I want to make money selling scented products, I want to make money by buying a McDonald's franchise. There's many reasons that people start things like that, but the first reason is usually making money. Like, it's your job. Your business is also your job. So the intention has to be to make money, and it should never primarily be to make more connections or for personal development or growth. So when those are your reasons for starting a business and handing over your money to somebody else, might not be the best idea.
when you share authentically what you're doing in your day-to-day life, like Lisa said, it's going to create those moments of, oh, I could do that. I could take my whiff bag to the office.
No, you can't. Again, don't do that.
I could take it on the school run. I could take it to my tennis lesson. I don't know. All the things that people do. But it's about sharing authentically and not making it salesy, because then other people are going to relate to that too. Okay.
Sorry, we're a bit short and sweet
We're a
today.
bit short
We're
today,
we're short in time.
I can go next, but does Dan want to say anything else before y'all have to go?
Almighty Dan.
Yes, praise him.
We appreciate you popping on this. Well, it's morning here. It was originally morning for you. Now it's afternoon for you.
Yeah, it is afternoon now, 1 p.m. So what are you expecting me to share, like divulge some secrets of like what's coming next? Is that what you're asking me now?
Katie said no, but you know we're up for any information you want to share with us. We just
I'm
appreciate
sure.
you.
I'm sure.
Something about him is just me, you know? I know I'm not alone in that. Allegedly.
March is trending to be a very good month. Now, it could be because of our activity promotion, you know, the 200 PRV and 2000 PRV change for February and March, and it continues to be a very strong suit. If you look back to 2025 and look at what we went through, there were some definite headwinds. It was a challenging year, but we also pivoted on our Scentsy rebrand and coming out with new products.
Like plates. If you missed it, they launched gingerbread plates during Christmas time.
Interesting choice.
What's coming in 2026 is also looking at our programs to make sure that they are bringing the most value to you and your teams. So everything that you just talked about over here and talking about for the future for your Scentsy business is going to dovetail right into what we're looking at with programs. And those programs, what we're getting ready to announce and discuss over the next few months, is going to only put more wind in your sails. And maybe the biggest difference for this, and maybe what separates I don't know what the proper use is, but a customer.
Why did you say it like that?
Customer. Like a dirty word.
Sometimes we have consultants that sign up as a customer. They love the product. To a business builder is to have the vision to be able to see around corners. to have the vision to be able to see that my business, if I want to take it to the next level, I need to do these actions. And if I would leave you with one little just nugget of information, something to take home, put it in your pocket, and just remember, is if you can have that vision to be able to see where your business is today and where you want to take it, and know without a doubt that you can get to where you want to take it, your presence, your contagious optimism, your story, your connection to others will shift so dramatically that you'll wonder, where did this come from? Where did this momentum be built?
Orville's not here to cut him off, and he's just getting carried away with the nothing salad.
And it's because of that vision. And if you can clearly articulate what that vision is, it can take your business to whole new levels. I love being on here. Thank you for the invite, you two.
You're so welcome.
The invite was a little bit forced, but I was so happy to do it because I knew who I would be talking with here. You guys are amazing.
Does he give you the creeps a little? I don't know this man. I have never met Dan. I've met Chuck, Heidi, and Orville, and that's it. I've never met Dan, so I don't know what he's like in person. But he gives me, I'll add as a woman, the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry, someone had to say it.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Love you. Hopefully
Love
we get
you.
to see you soon at SFR at the home office.
He dropped a love you.
Yikes.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks,
guys.
Y'all have fun. Katie, you
Guys,
want to go next?
thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. We're not getting off yet. Just them.
Sorry, I had to stop to take some screenshots since Dan was talking, so it was just me and Dan.
Katie loves Dan, if y'all didn't know.
Ooh.
Love him, biggest crush on him. Okay, what you think you want me to go next?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it short and sweet, I promise. So I'm going to touch a little bit on what they just talked about, incorporating your life and Scentsy together. It's no secret. If you follow me on social media, Whitney knows, and Chastity knows, I am not a social media guru. If I would delete all social media tomorrow. I'm just not. I am one that values being in the present. I don't like having a phone in front of my family and recording all the time. I just don't. But there is value in doing it because you do meet people you want to otherwise meet on the internet. Okay. So I am not the best at it, but what I will say, there is beauty in being real and being authentic and being not perfect. Listen, if you're somebody who thinks you have to show up perfectly on social media, you're failing at social media. And I say that with so much love. When I used to follow certain people in this business and their life looked so perfect, their relationship with their husbands looked so perfect, their business looked perfect, their leadership looked perfect, everything looked perfect, it made me feel like a failure in my own life. And I know that that is a Katie problem, but it's not relatable. And people don't want to join under perfect. They want to join under train wrecks that are putting in effort.
They want to join a business under a train wreck who looks like they don't even have their own life together. What would possess that sentence to come out of your mouth? Yes, being a hot mess or a quote unquote train wreck is definitely more relatable. That's content that's more relatable, but it's not going to get you recruits.
So my biggest tip, if you do follow me on social media, you kind of see this. I am very corny.
See, that I can relate to. Because same, but it's not going to make me want to join your Scentsy team. You shouldn't pester people who find that commonality with you. Just let it be a commonality and have an authentic relationship with that person that doesn't involve exchange of money.
Oh, wow. What a concept.
I find my most joyful laughs every day through memes and reels. And I laugh like it's nobody's business, like crying, laughing. So my first post on social media every day is something funny. It's a meme. It's something funny. It's something that can relatable. People need to feel lighter when they see your content. The world is heavy right now. The world is so heavy. People are so serious. I don't know. The world is heavy. I want when people come to my page to feel lighter. You're not going to find politics on my page. It's nobody's business where I stand on politics. I do talk about God.
Okay, if it's nobody's business on where you stand in politics, but you talk about God, I got a problem, because we know where you stand in politics if you're keeping it out of your social media. At this point, I agree. I agree with her that politics should never be public the way it is right now. But the people in office shouldn't be the way they are right now. So when you're not speaking out about political issues that are happening in our country, in the United States right now, we know where you stand. The silence speaks for itself.
Your silence is deafening.
On my page, because God is the reason my business has been blessed. He's the reason I have my 2 babies.
Especially when you're okay with promoting God.
But I don't talk about religion down people's throats. I don't talk about controversial issues. I just don't, because at the end of the day, you're never going to convince somebody out of their opinion. And too many people fight on the internet. You're never going to convince other people to see things your way. You're just not. So I am very protective over my social media platform.
You're protective over your social media platform, but you're not protective over the gay and trans and lesbian and bisexual community. You're not protective over brown and black people or Asian people or anybody that's different than you. Just you and God and your family and Scentsy, of course.
I want when people come to me, to my platform, they see me laughing, they see me joking around. I am unhinged. I'm an unhinged individual. I am medicated now, so some of my unhingedness has gone away a little bit, and I'm thinking about stopping medicine because I need that back. I need my unhinged back, but I'm a little bit unhinged, and I say what I think, and I do what I want to do, and I used to not like that part of myself. I used to really try to hold that in until I had a daughter that's just like me. And I don't want her to hold that in. So ever since I've had my daughter and she is very unhinged, I have let myself love myself in a way that I've never loved myself before. And there's beauty in that because you're showing other people that they can do it too. So being real on the internet.
That's rich after what you just said. Like, you won't post about anything other than surface level shit. But be real and authentic. And I'm not saying you have to share your whole life on the internet, but you can't keep contradicting yourself and telling people to do something that you're not even doing.
Posting your relationship with your husband, posting your kids. Brinley gets me more views and more likes and more comments than any other post on the internet because Brinley's going to say what she wants to say.
Baby, that's not why she's getting more views. It's because she's a child. You're putting your child on the internet for the public to have a field day. It's getting views because she's a child. And there's sick people out there. Don't put your kids that much on the internet. Stop. How old is her daughter? I'm not putting her daughter on the internet, but I want to see. Oh my God, she's a baby. Oh. Her daughter is probably 5, if that. She's tiny. Just please, Katie, don't put your kids on the internet and think it's a good thing that they're getting views. It's not. It's dangerous. Okay? I know people don't want to believe it, but people are sick. The shit we're finding out with the Epstein files and the other website thing that I'm not going to talk about, people are sick. Your daughter's not getting views because the content is good. Okay, let's get back into it. I have a very strong stance on that.
She is just an unhinged individual.
She's a child. Keep her off the internet. Don't post her on the internet.
But how many customers I've attracted because other people have wild second children or wild daughters, or they see that I'm a hot mess, but I'm still running a business.
Probably not even a handful out of the sickos that you're attracting.
While I'm running around and while I'm doing all the things, it inspires other people to do the same. It inspires people. I'm from a little town, like a one stoplight town, and sometimes that stoplight don't work. I live in the middle of nowhere. Where I live, people don't dream. They don't dream. They settle for mediocre. They settle for living paycheck to paycheck because that's what everybody around here does. That's the life for everybody. Everybody does that, Katie. Everybody's struggling. I made a decision 9 years ago that I didn't want the rest of my life to be a struggle, and I didn't want my kids to grow up struggling the way that I struggled growing up. Scentsy has allowed me to dream, and I mean big dreams. Sometimes my husband looks at me like I'm a freaking psychopath because he's like, that is not possible. I'm like, what ain't possible? I've been to Bora Bora because of Scentsy.
For 5 days. Was it a 5-day trip? If I go to Bora Bora on the other side of the world, isn't it on the other side of the world?
I don't know geography.
Which is a place I really want to go to, actually. But I want I don't want to go on a trip that's planned for me. I want to plan my own trip. Anyway, yeah, I think that when they went to Bora Bora, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was only 5 days, which cool. I mean, if that's how you're getting to Bora Bora, the only time you're seeing it, cool. But I want to go for at least a week and have it be the way I want it. I don't want some corporate company planning it for me.
I on that hill. Scentsy Bora Bora was a dream trip of mine. I attract so many new people because I let myself dream big. And I hadn't always been that way because I cared what other people think, but I dream big, and there's nothing more beautiful than watching your dreams come into fruition. There is nothing more beautiful than proving other people wrong, proving yourself wrong, and watching your dreams come into fruition.
What dreams came into fruition? You went to Bora Bora and you sell scented wax. Those were your dreams, and you recruit people to do the same. What are we doing? She's not giving any kind of anything.
People need hope in something. They need a dream in something. They need an escape from something.
What? Scentsy isn't an escape for anything. Joining a multi-level marketing company is going to add way more to your plate than anything else.
So show that dream with people. Show people, you sprinkle it in with your life. Show you went out to dinner with your family and pay with it for a Scentsy paycheck. Take a picture of your family. Take a picture of your kids acting wild.
No, don't post pictures of your kids acting wild. I'll say it again. There are sick on the internet with no restrictions.
Take a picture of your house, a train wreck, but you're working your Scentsy business. Rule of thumb for me is I always post something funny in the morning, and I post something Scentsy related every single day. Could be a warmer, could be the joint opportunity.
What's the interaction look like? Show us how successful those Scentsy posts are, because those are the ones that likely get hardly any interaction or views on them.
It could be my favorite fragrance. I get more hits with lives. Live videos are where it's at. Me and my husband do something called Live with the Lassiters when he acts right. And I make him come on camera and sniff things with me. And I do it because he's very inappropriate. So he whispers things under his breath that other people can't hear. And I can't control my facial expressions, and I have to go back at him. People love that. I can't
do more of that then, and leave your kids off of your social media accounts.
We smell the new scents. I made a James 6-pack, and I probably sold 20 of those 6-packs because people just loved the energy. People need to see you. They can buy the product from anybody. Actually, they don't need to even buy it from anybody. They can go to the Scentsy website and buy it.
I like that, actually. I like that she figured out a way to involve her husband and they do it together. I'm not a monster. I'm for people working together and having fun in their relationship and doing things like that. I have a problem when it's a multi-level marketing because here's what can happen. Scentsy can get a hold of what she did. And if she gave that 6-pack a name, like a legitimate name in black and white, she can get in trouble. She can get in trouble with Scentsy marketing because she didn't get that approved through them first.
Oh, there's the fine print.
The likelihood of her actually getting in trouble, especially if she is a top producing leader, very slim. But if somebody were to do that with their husband and cultivate some kind of 6-pack that was specific to them, like this was their 6-pack that they love, these are the scents that they love, and they named it, like they gave it a specific name, Scentsy can go after them for that. You can get your whole account terminated because it's not actually your business. And all the marketing material that happens that comes out of your business has to be approved through Scentsy compliance. So the more you know.
They're buying from you. Show them you. Don't copy and paste my posts. I love y'all, but please stop copying and pasting people's posts. Make it you. If you know you don't say what the fart, don't say what the fart. You got to make it you. People want to be attracted to you.
I will say, like, if some other Scentsy consultant was like, what the fart? I'd be like, okay, are you on Katie's team? Do you know Katie? Like, that is her thing. We all know it here.
And you're going to attract the right people. You don't want to attract the wrong people. I've done that a lot in my business. I've attracted the wrong people and then they drain your energy. You want to attract the right people that are a right fit for you. So share your life, share authentically you, but share Scentsy somewhere every single day because they need to know you're still the Scentsy guru. You post all the funny things, post your children, post your family, post your life, but you need to be sharing something Scentsy related every single day. The algorithm's crazy right now. I don't get notifications until weeks later. I'm seeing posts from February right now. I'm not even seeing yesterday's post. So people, you're going to pop up into people's news feeds consistently if you're being consistent. And Dan said that consistency is key. That's all I got.
Katie says she's not good at social media, but if you go to her social media, she's always in her stories talking. She's always showing up authentically. So that's the thing, is like, you don't even have to like social media to show up on it in an authentic way. And that's really what I'm talking about, is authentic shares, less flyers. I love our marketing section. I love that we have flyer groups. I think that is super helpful for a certain time and place. But your social media, your share should be with you in it, okay? So more of you, more pictures with you and your face, more live videos, more videos in general, okay? Flyers that people make are great, but that's going to be more for informational content, right? So if someone's like, hey, I want to get a flower, what scents do they come in? That's a great time to send them a flyer to say, here are all the options, right? But to get that attraction to that flower, it's going to be you unboxing it.
Why are people even spending the time and energy to make these flyers? If all a person has to do is go to www.scentsy.com and look, all you got to do is send them a link. You don't need all of these graphics. Y'all are wasting your time creating these things.
They so overcomplicate these things.
It's going to be you showing real life photos of it changing colors. It's going to be you sharing how 3 months later it's still going strong, right? It's going to be that authentic information where it's going to pique that interest to get that product. Okay. So those flyers are great, but there's a time and place for those. If you go to our social medias, if you go to people who are successful in this business, I'm not saying no flyers, but you're going to see that they're not sharing content like that. I had a teammate come to me and she's struggling with sales, and I go to her profile and it's literally flyer after flyer after flyer, and it's a share from her group every single post. I don't even know what she looks like because there's no pictures of her. She doesn't even have a profile picture. So people cannot connect with that.
But some people don't want their life on social media. Some people don't want their children on social media, and that's okay. That's not how sales should be made in a fragrance business.
Right? That is a salesy post. If you're just sharing flyers and those informational posts, that's going to come across salesy because it is.
So you have to disguise the fact that you're selling to people, like hide. Don't be transparent about the fact that you're trying to sell them Scentsy. You have to hook them with a post that doesn't look like it's about Scentsy at all. So then you can start the conversation. Is that what you're saying? Because that is what I'm starting to hear.
That the intent of that is for someone to buy it. And that's not what we want to do. We want to go back to authentically sharing what we love.
You want people to buy it. That is your literal end goal.
What we use, why we love it, that it's in our everyday life, all of those things. So unboxing.
This is diabolical. I don't know if like over the past month, I've just been reacting to more things because I've been more consistent with work. The more videos that I create over the past month, the more asinine these people sound. I just don't understand how anybody is still falling for this today. That's all.
Products, unboxing, orders, sharing what customers are saying about things, sharing about you cleaning your office, whatever that looks like. All of that is content that you can share that people can relate to, okay?
Yeah, they can relate to it and be like,
oh, that motivated me to go and pick up my office too.
They're not relating to it thinking,
I must join Scentsy on her team.
And it never will be like that. You're essentially instructing people to trap people in their social media into thinking that the person is authentic and genuine, and then hitting them with a,
hey, you want to buy this from me? Or hey, you want to join my team?
It's just gross.
Think about going to your favorite restaurant, okay? So if you go to a restaurant, a brand new restaurant, and you are with your family and you absolutely love it. You love the service, you love the food, you love the atmosphere, you're going to share that you love that, right? So
Please, not this again.
I literally just had the same comparison. I don't think it was this video. I think it was when I was reacting to Avon.
think about this in your mind. What is the first thing that you're going to say that you want to share? You're not going to go on Google and look for the logo of the restaurant necessarily and say, oh my gosh, we went here tonight, it was great, right? You're probably going to share a picture of your food. You're probably going to share a picture of your family there together. You may even have a video of everyone's food, right?
No. Who is doing all of that? If you're not an influencer and you're doing all of those things at your family dinner while you're out to eat with your family, first of all, I'm looking at you in that restaurant and judging you. Not gonna lie. Second of all, do you remember the day you lost the plot? We're going to dinner to enjoy time with family, not to take pictures and videos of our food. I have a restaurant that I love. I love it in Colorado Springs. And I have never once taken a picture of my food because immediately it was nom, nom, nom. But anyway, this is an over dramatization of what it's like to go out to eat. If you like your food at a restaurant, maybe you'll take a picture of the plate. Right? Maybe. But this extreme is not happening if you're not an influencer.
Or what the place looked like, or maybe there was a funny picture in there that you want to show the decor or something like that, right? So think about that when you're sharing Scentsy. You don't want to share a logo. You don't want to share a flyer. You don't want to share necessarily even a marketing image. Some of those images are great, but we're really trying pushing to get more real life photos. If you don't have the product on hand to take the photos, that is okay. That's not expected in our business, okay? That's why we have groups where people share images that they take of their products. Go on Pinterest, go on Facebook, even Google, you can find real life photos of pretty much all of our products, okay? It's a little slower when we have the new catalog comes in because people don't have those photos, but pretty much everything is, we have a real life picture of it, okay? So think about when you're when you're authentically sharing what you love.
Authentically share other people's pictures instead. Like, you're still doing the same thing. You're just using somebody else's shit. Y'all are out of control.
Putting that into Scentsy, okay? When you're changing your wax, when you're wiping down your counters, when they say everything is content, everything is content.
No, absolutely not. Everything is not content. Your life is not content. Stop with that nonsense. Content is content. That's it.
Plain and simple.
Your whole life doesn't need to be documented on the interwebs. Please stop.
And I get it. Social media sucks sometimes. It really does. But I want you to change your mindset with social media that it is a free tool in your business.
Baby, it's a free country. You don't have to be on social media if you don't want to, even if you own a business. A legitimate one, at least. You don't have to be on social media. It's a choice. Whether you own a business or not, you can still be successful without it.
It is literally a free billboard, okay? When businesses put their information on a billboard, that's not all they do to advertise their business, right? But it is a tool, and that one costs a lot of money. We have social media. There's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of half of them, some of them, the newer ones I'm not on yet, but there's so much opportunity out there for you to share your business and what you have to offer, okay? The other thing with social media is not just sharing it, but using it as a connection, again, a connection tool in your business. So if you're having parties online on Facebook, you best believe I'm going through and I'm adding every single one of those people to my social media.
God, no. No. We're still teaching people to do shit like this? This must be why Facebook is a black hole of bullshit.
Okay, that was something that I had to get over mentally because I saw Facebook before I started Scentsy as a way to connect with my friends and family, right? I still want you to connect with your friends and family, but I want you to use that tool to connect with your customers, to connect with potential teammates, to connect with potential contacts. That's a mouthful, Lord mercy. Okay. So I want you to add people from those parties. Even if they don't buy, I want you to add them because I want them to get to know you. And if you're sharing authentically on your Facebook, you're sharing about your life, but you're also sharing about Scentsy, and they're going to know that you're not just a Scentsy lady, but you're a mom, you're a dog mom, you like to work out, you like to cross stitch, you like to
They don't need to know that.
go on walks, whatever it is, there's more to you than just Scentsy. And when people can connect with you outside of Scentsy, that's when they're going to want to support you in Scentsy. Okay. So I want you to, whatever you have to do with your settings. I personally, if you're friends with me, you'll see pictures of my boys. If you're not friends with me, I put those on private, because the only people that I want seeing my family are people that I'm friends with, okay?
That part, that fucking part. If you post your kids, put them private. Share them every once in a while, sure, in an appropriate setting. But if you post your kids, keep it private as much as you can.
And even then, there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that I don't personally know. And sometimes I'm not sharing my boys as much, at least not their face, because I want to, that's a personal preference of mine, okay?
We're giving you a standing ovation.
I'm with you there.
But I'm gonna add people from parties. If they say no, I don't even realize it, because they're one of a million. Okay. And not that I'm saying that in an ugly way, but you're working your business so big.
Everybody's just a number when you're a Scentsy consultant.
Right. We talked about not having that scarcity mindset. You're working your business so big and so broad that you're not going to know that one person didn't accept your friend request. Okay.
Wow. Just wow.
You want to message those people. You want to get in their inbox. Facebook is really wonky right now, but there are ways around it. Just do your best, okay? So if they accept an invite to a Facebook group that is a event for Scentsy, aka party, they have accepted that invite for you to be in their inbox to say, hey, thanks so much for joining the party.
No, they didn't. They joined a party that's being thrown by their friend. They didn't ask you to come into their inbox at all. Never, ever. And then you're giving their friend a bad name on top of that because your friend initiated that whole exchange. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, girl, do you know who you're messing with? Like, look what they just sent me in my DMs.
Or the event, can't wait to hang out with you this week and get to know you better, right? Send them that message, add them on Facebook, start that connection. Because the thing is, when you add someone on Facebook, guess who you see in your newsfeed? That person you just added. So they're going to see those authentic shares of you and who you are and what you're about. And it's not just going to be Scentsy. And they're going to say, oh, this girl, I like this girl. She's funny. Or she shares funny things in the morning. Or she shares about dogs a lot. They're going to be able to connect with you on other ways, okay? And I think that's it. Your task and homework for this week is to post a target join post to someone specific. Okay, so think of someone specifically. The first thing that comes to my mind is a stay-at-home mom, because I was a stay-at-home mom when I first started this business and I wanted something more. So I'm going to do probably a TikTok that says this one's for the stay-at-home moms. I'm going to tell them about the $9 join special where they can work from their phone. Okay, that's an example of what you can do. I don't want you to use a flyer. I don't even want you to share anything that looks promotional. I want you to do it in an authentic way, whether that be a live, a pre-recorded video, even a picture of yourself. This bar changed my life, or this bar means more to me than you will ever know. Whatever it, if you don't have any ideas, maybe you don't think you're creative, go on our free ChatGPT app and say, hey, here's my task for this week. Help me think of some ideas that I can do in a video or in a post. And it's going to give you ideas of exactly what you can do within your realm of how you share on your social media. Okay. And then I want you to, honestly, that's today's task. But if you do that at least weekly, you're going to see a big difference in what you're attracting to your page. Okay.
It'll be nothing because nobody will want to interact with you anymore. I don't know. Let us know. Let us know how it goes for you. Anyway, my battery's about to die. So thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.